The reverse retro program might be the best thing to happen to NHL sweaters in ever. Welcome back, hockey fans. Welcome in if this is your first time to the channel. I'm Josh. This is the Hockey Flow, and today it's Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. Again, thank you for joining me. That's right, the reverse retro program might be my favorite set of sweaters for the NHL ever. And they're coming back. We got Reverse Retros 2.0. Thanks to the Hockey News and Avry Lewis-McDougall, we got an article to dive deep into. We're going to get to that in just a moment on Today in Hockey. But first and foremost, we got to get through Today in Hockey history. And then we got headlines. We got some big news for Hockey Canada and some actual good news today. So excited for that. And then we're going to get into it. Our article deep dive is back. And this time we're looking at the Reverse Retro 2.0. Avry Lewis-McDougall, the excellent writer for the Hockey News. Man, he has 4 requests. We're going to take a look at those, see if we agree, see what we think. Let's get into it, shall we? If you do enjoy the content, take a moment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a ton as we're just getting started, and we're going to keep bringing you videos every day. Want to make sure you never miss one. Today in Hockey history, on this date, August 2nd, in 2018, the Buffalo Sabres acquired Jeff Skinner in a trade with the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina acquired Cliff Pu and picks. Cliff Pu has yet to make his NHL debut, so I think the Sabres have won this trade so far. All right, headlines. Let's get into it. Calgary Flames, Olivier Shillington signs a 2-year, $2.5 million deal with the team, avoids arbitration. I can talk, absolutely. And here we go, Hockey Canada. So I tell you what, I try to avoid the negative because Hockey Canada is kind of a dumpster fire right now. But they announced their roster for the World Junior Championship, and I tell you what, it's a good one. It's headlined by Connor Bedard, going to probably be the top pick in next year's draft. The Anaheim Ducks young Mason McTavish, and the Columbus Blue Jacket talent Kent Johnson, the Michigan Wolverine alum. And I tell you what, that team is loaded. It's going to be tough, but a lot of those teams are stacked. So I'm really excited to dive into that. We'll get to that once those games come on. Boy, we're just about a week out. So all right, article of the day. It's the meat and potatoes time. We're heading back to the Hockey News. 4 requests for the new reverse retros, and again, this is coming to us by the excellent Avry Lewis-McDougall. I don't believe we've checked out any of his stuff yet, but the article was excellent, so thank you for that. And he has 4 suggestions, 4 requests, and I thought it'd be fun to work through those and kind of talk through it and see what our suggestions would be too. So all right, the reverse retros, they're coming back, and they were a hit. We see 4 of them up behind me actually, and if I could, I would have them all. Still working on it, but they're great. These ones aren't even probably my favorites. I tell you what, some of those are really hard to find, expensive, but they're coming back. So what do you want to see? Well, Avry Lewis-McDougall gave us 4 things that he wants to see. First and foremost, the California Golden Seals or the Cleveland Barons gaining new life. So these 2 franchises do have ties to both the San Jose Sharks, Dallas Stars, so there is a connection, bringing back an old team. I mean, look behind me here, the Nordiques for the Avalanche. So it has been done before, right? And it's been done really well. So could they do it again? We didn't have space. I had to be selective about which pictures we chose. But those Seal jerseys are that very, it's almost like a teal green, just says Seals across the chest. You could do something cool with that, maybe with Stars colors or, Sharks colors are already kind of there. So I'd probably want to see maybe the Dallas route just for the color scheme. But then you have the Cleveland Barons side also. So Interesting take. I do like the bringing back old things, absolutely. But I don't know. Do we want to see the Seals? I think for nostalgia's sake, I'm a historian, so I absolutely appreciate that. But boy, I think we might have better options. But the Seals definitely, I don't think we could go wrong with that. But all right, the Red Wings to return to the Detroit Cougars logo. So I had completely forgotten that this was a logo, and I tell you what, if you look at that, I don't care how zoomed in that would be. That's not a Cougar to me. But it would be great to see them bring that back onto a jersey because first and foremost, Detroit's reverse retros were rough. There wasn't much to them. I appreciate them for what they are, just very plain, basic. But they did post to post, and one of his videos talks about it and said they kind of look like practice jerseys, right? And I tend to agree. Definitely check out his channel if you love sweaters and talking jerseys. Absolutely. But the Cougar hasn't been worn since 1928-29. That just floored me. That's why we forget about it, right? It's the Detroit Red Wings. So I know our our Detroit Red Wing loyalists are probably going to revolt a little bit. We got to keep the Red Wing on there. But man, I tell you what, that would be such a neat homage to the history. I'm into that one. Great call. All right, keeping the black jerseys to a minimum. So we even put it on the thumbnail, but the Calgary Flames reverse retro was one of my favorites. And that's tough. That's coming from an Oilers fan. Let's go Oilers, baby. Oilers Ave. But with that in mind, I still love the Calgary Flames jerseys. Those black reverse retros that I used on the thumbnail, those are just sick. But I agree, we need to keep these to a minimum because the colors are part of what makes this so fun. We get to see unique colors. I mean, how often do you see purple out there? We had 2 teams last time, the Kings and the Coyotes, do purple. Like, that's just so neat. This is an opportunity to do something just outside of the box and just flashy. Let's embrace it. But if you do, you can do black and do it still splashy too. Those Calgary jerseys were great. Now, the Blackhawks, on the other hand, they were a little boring, right? So you got to do it right. You got to do it right. But color, man, we need that color. And last but not least, I love this idea. The Winnipeg Jets meet Atlanta Thrashers. So the idea is essentially the Jets would wear this baby blue one that we're seeing here, but instead of Atlanta down the sleeve, it would say Winnipeg. And then the crest would either be a Jets logo in the Thrashers colors or a Thrashers logo updated in the Jets colors. And I tell you what, I love that idea. I hope that happens. I haven't heard anything any way on the Jets reverse retros, but I would absolutely love that, to see the Winnipeg down the sleeve. Oh man, that would just be so sick. Absolutely. So that's going to do it though for the article. Let me know what you guys want to see from the reverse retros. Is there anything in particular that stands out? How about the previous ones? Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. I really do appreciate talking with you guys. It's always fun. We do have a giveaway at the channel though, so if you've made it this far and you're subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time. But we do have a giveaway going on. I'll leave the link to that video in the description. Posted it last weekend. Essentially, entries are open until this Friday, midnight Pacific time, and then the winner will be picked in a video, 8/6 or 8/7, and again, make sure you get those entries in. Check out that video for full details. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is always so much fun. Until tomorrow, cheers.